we are officially pivoting away from the blindly rubber stamping COVID vaccines each year, and we've made that clear in guidance in the New England Journal of Medicine. So we have a situation whereby we would love these companies to run a proper randomized controlled trial. And so if you do nothing, if you reject the COVID vaccines as they come to you for approval, then you have no leverage to be able to ask the company to do that, and those studies may never be done. We don't commission studies at the FDA. These are gigantic and expensive studies that I think, in my opinion, desperately need to be done, because a parent is curious, does their 12-year-old girl really need a booster every year for the rest of her life? And I would like the data to come out to tell us what the truth is. Now, I have a pretest hypothesis of what that truth will be, but we'd like a clinical trial done. So we basically said, we're not going to approve COVID vaccines in low risk and healthy Americans without a randomized control clinical study first. We want to see that first. Now, in the situations where you've got a kid with immunosuppression from HIV and a cancer therapy with chemotherapy, where they have an incredible immune susceptibility and their doctor feels like they would benefit from a COVID shot, we're sticking to the promise of Secretary Kennedy that we're not going to take anyone's vaccines away from them. And if you want a vaccine, you can get a vaccine. But in saying that we are going to be okay with the COVID vaccines in high-risk Americans, which is a much more limited indication, we now can ask the companies that this approval comes on the condition that you are going to run a proper randomized control trial so we can get the final answer this year, because it's been 4 years since the last randomized control trial. Back then, the vaccine was a better match with the circulating strain. We didn't have a good grasp on the safety of mRNA vaccines like we now do with myocarditis in young people. So for people who think that we approved a COVID vaccine for, say, healthy children, that's incorrect. That's not true. It is for those high-risk exceptions where a doctor feels strongly. And as a matter of fact, ACIP has already echoed the views of others in saying that we're no longer going to push these COVID vaccines in healthy subjects.